What's up, you guys? Roland here, and today we're going to be doing a quick breakdown of the Under Armour HOVR Guardian 3 sneakers. One of the newest iterations of the Guardian sneakers, or the Guardian technology, or whatever you want to call it, from Under Armour. They're pretty cool running sneakers. These are, once again, yes, running sneakers. I'm using them for walking around, but I tried them, for a couple months now, and they're pretty cool. They're neat little sneakers. They are very well made as far as the overall build quality of them. No rubber glue overhangs that I saw, paint misaligned. The quality is actually pretty top notch as far as Under Armour goes, because these guys, if you've looked at some of the Under Armour sneakers in the past, they tend to do quite a shoddy work on some of their sneakers, and this is actually one of the better iterations of the Under Armour running sneakers. I like these. They're pretty nice, pretty well done. You can get them for around $120 from Under Armour's website. I'm going to put a link in the description below where you can get them for a discount, probably like around $71, $75, somewhere around there, in black. Now this is the Blue Note and Radar Blue color, size 10, weigh about 12.5 ounces. They're not the lightest weight sneakers. I have some Adidas Ultra Boost 5K or whatever it is sneakers that are about almost 2 ounces lighter than these, but these are very rigid and very stiff and have this really thick sole in them, so I can definitely understand why they're slightly heavier, whereas the Ultra Boost that I have, they're more squishy. Now, once again, they are rigid, like I said, so they definitely don't have a whole lot of torsion or flex on them. It really takes a lot of force to be able to try to flex these guys. They're extremely rigid, and that was something that I wasn't a big fan of when it came to wearing them around, is the rigidity. I really wanted a little bit more spring and bounce right here, because the Under Armour HOVR technology is supposed to provide that energy and that cushioning right here in this midsole to kind of like push your foot forward, but when you're jogging and when you're walking, but I didn't really feel a whole lot of that. I kind of felt like it was stiff and flat. Maybe if you're one of those runners and joggers that likes that, that would be great. For me, it just wasn't the best thing for me, in my opinion, for what I'm looking for. I wanted a little bit more bounce, a little bit more spring. The sole, and down here on the bottom, is extremely well done with abrasion resistant rubber heels down here. They call it a carbon rubber outsole, but I'm not sure if it's carbon. It's just really hard rubber, but maybe it's a good combination or mixture of the two. But the black area right here, very rigid, very tough, but yet non-slip, so I wouldn't worry about getting in the rain or whatnot with them. It should be fairly safe. There is a nice deep channel right here with the cushioning of the Under Armour HOVR cushioning, and then over here a nice slightly softer, grippier blown rubber material on the front that provides a lot of grip. So these guys do have some good traction. You're not going to get any slippage when it comes to lateral movement on these guys. They're almost, they're sticky. They're good sticky quality rubber on the bottom. The mesh up here is very breathable. Almost the entire area up here is all breathable, and you'll see that in the little video I have here. Even the tongue area right here is pretty breathable, so if you're wearing these out and about and trying to make sure that your feet don't get too hot and sweaty, I think this is a great shoe for that. In fact, I think that these are actually more suited, in my opinion, because of how flat and how neutral they are as far as the movement goes. I think they're more suited for working out in the gym. So if you're going to be using weight machines, if you're going to be doing some weight lifting and you want some good stability, you don't want a whole lot of flex and torsion. You want to have a nice rigid footbed and a nice flat placement, and you also want to have breathability so your feet don't get too sweaty. These are great. You can actually wear them working out, lifting some weights, hitting the weight machines like the leg press, and then you can get on the treadmill, walk for a little bit, and then you can probably get in the steam room. By the way, all those things you can do at LA Fitness, and you get in the steam room and your feet shouldn't get too super duper sweaty with these guys. They should be pretty good to go, in my opinion. I think that they would be a great gym shoe more than a running shoe, which is kind of sad that they're billed as running shoes. One thing that I do think is pretty cool about them is that when you slide your foot in, assuming you buy the right size, they're pretty true to size. I'm an honest 10 and these are a 10. So when you slide your foot in, the way that the heel here dips backwards at least half an inch. It grabs the back of your heel and locks your foot into place, so you don't have to worry about these guys slipping off, which is a really cool feature because it just makes them safer to use when you're wearing, and it also keeps your foot in place and like doesn't allow for any of that, you know, ankle roll, which is pretty dangerous if, you know, if you're out jogging and going on a nice little hike or a trail or whatever it is, you know, not aggressive rocks, but out there in the dirt and whatnot, and you're worried about slipping and sliding. This keeps your foot fairly planted and everything wraps around pretty well and tightly. They really are well built, and the interior of these guys is soft and comfortable to the point to where you could probably go without socks and it would lock your foot in there and keep it nice and safe and dry because it's breathable. Then the insole is actually pretty thick. It's comfortable, it's thick, it's squishy, so it definitely gives you a little bit of comfort when you're wearing them. You could always go with, I guess, something thicker, but I think it's a really good insole. It's pretty well done compared to some of the Adidas that I've looked at, which is just a thin piece of paper insole. So the cushioning around the sides, also very cushiony, and over here on the tongue, extremely well cushioned. The laces are really nicely done. They're not cheap little crappy laces. They're actually almost looks like ripstop material laces. Everything is very well done on these sneakers, and I would have to give these, like, you know, a thumbs up. They're a Roland digs it kind of sneaker, but not for what I like to do as far as walking goes, but digs it as far as they're dang good shoes. And I could see, you know, you wearing these for about 6 months to a year and have no issue with wear, tear, breakdown. I mean, these are well-made sneakers, and I would definitely have to give these a thumbs up. I vote for them. So yeah, hopefully you guys like them. If you decide to get a pair, look in the description below. You'll see a discount down below in the description. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these sneakers. Have you already bought some? Do you already own a pair of these? What's been your experience with these Under Armour HOVR sneakers? What do you think about them? You know, do they have nice grip when you're walking? I like how they, you know, are nice and wide and give you a wide footbed for walking. Gym-wise, do you think they're better for the gym? But let me know. Please leave a comment below, like and subscribe if you liked the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.